Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. In this video, I'll be reviewing the recently revealed Raichu GX. Now, here's what it looks like. Pretty nice artwork. It's in a forest there. I've noticed that a lot of these new GXs are in forests. But yeah, there it is. It's just showing that it's good with Electrode, I'm pretty sure. With its ability there. That's why a picture of it is there. So yeah, Raichu GX is an electric type. It has 210 HP, which is standard for stage. Oh, forgot to mention, it is a stage 1, of course. It is standard for stage 1s. You're usually on stage 1s getting 200, 210, and in the rare occasion of Alolan Muck, 220. But yeah, standard, not horrible, and evolves from Pikachu, of course. And then it is weak to fighting, which is going to be a problem. Now, a lot of these new cards that are getting really good, for example, the Zoroark GX that I reviewed yesterday and I really liked, and I said I was going to build a deck out of it, they're all weak to fighting, like Darkrai EX, Darkrai GX, Zoroark GX. I think there are some other ones that I'm forgetting, but they're all weak to fighting, so people are going to start to play Marshadow just in regular decks. Like maybe they'll play it in Garbodor, or like a Garbodor Drampa deck, or a Zoroark Drampa deck, but Zoroark will rotate by then, most likely. And to counter all these good decks that are going to be coming out. But yeah, I really like this card, besides the fact that it's weak to fighting. And it resists metal by 20, which is always good because of things like Metagross and Solgaleo. And then it has 1 retreat, which is always good. It's the other Raichu we had, which did the Circle Circuit attack, had free retreat, which that was pretty good. But this one has 1 retreat, which still isn't horrible. So yeah. Most often in this deck, you won't be running double colorless. Even though this attack is for a double colorless, you'll see why. Because here, Powerful Spark, 20 damage, and it's just 20 damage plus 20 damage, or I think that's a typo. Yeah, it's just 20 more damage for the amount of electric energy attached to all your Pokemon in play. So this is including Raichu. So unless you really need to get 20 damage, you can do a double colorless, but I doubt you're going to run it in this deck, because you're just going to be running electric, and you could use cards like Dragonair or Dratini. Dragonair for its Dragon's Wish attack, where the following turn you could attach as many energy as you like, and you could just go crazy with electric energy. Now, this should seem similar. It is the same attack as Darkrai, except for electric energy. And you may think this is bad because it's a stage 1, but not really, because we have all sorts of electric cards that could help, such as this Electrode, where I believe when you knock it out, or its ability, you knock it out, then you could attach it as a tool card to any electric Pokemon, I'm pretty sure, as 2 electric energy. So that's a pretty good electric type boost, but I mean, it does count as a knockout. And also, I don't know if this is going to be rotated, but forgetting its name. I seriously am. Here, I'm just going to type it in. Magnezone. Okay, Magnezone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah, you could use Magnezone's ability, which is in Breakthrough. I don't know if it'll get rotated. It most likely won't, because Breakpoint and Breakthrough are kind of in the same block, so I don't think it'll get rotated, but yeah. Its ability is, I believe, you could attach as many electric energy as you want during your turn. And it is a stage 2, but it's not that hard to get out these days, because a lot of decks are stage 2 decks, like Metagross, Decidueye. Nobody's really using Decidueye anymore, but yeah. Metagross, Solgaleo, things like that. So yeah, and its second attack here, which I think is actually pretty good. For 2 lightning and a colorless, that's not going to be a problem because it's not, you're just going to be attaching or electric or whatever, not lightning. And you could easily use Magnezone's ability to get all that energy on, or Dragon Wish, because you're most likely going to be running this in that deck. This is if you really need one more knockout and you don't have much health left. Well, at least more than 30, because when you do this attack, it does 30 to yourself, but it does 160 damage and 30 to yourself. Now, this is actually really good. You put a choice band on that, and it knocks out all basic GXs. That is, I mean, that's pretty good for just the standard amount of energy. And keep in mind that does do 30 damage to yourself, but it's not a humongous deal, because then you'll just kind of be like a basic GX, I guess, because you'll go down to 180. I don't recommend using this more than once in a game, but if you really need to, you can. But yeah, put a choice band on that, does 190, and as I said, knocks out all basics. So, I don't know, just zoom that in there. And then it's GX attack, which is probably the worst part of it. For the same amount as, oh, I forgot to say the name of it. Okay, so this one is Powerful Spark, the second attack is Thunder, and its GX attack is Volt Tackle. Pretty sure that's just like in the game. Yeah, I'm not very prepared for this, but for the same amount as Thunder, 2 lightning and a colorless, or electric, whatever, it does 120 damage, and your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. And of course, you can only use 1 GX attack per game. Now, I think this is horrible. They could easily use some sort of trainer, or for example, Super Scoop Up is getting reprinted, so they could use that, or they could use Guzma, or they could use all sorts of stuff, and it's really easy to get out of the active position. Of course, they won't be able to use the retreat cost, but they could use trainer cards. So I don't like this, because that's just most of the time it's just going to be 120 damage for your GX attack. And maybe if this was 2 electric, it would be better. I think that, or I don't know. But yeah, this should sound familiar to Lapras GX. Lapras does the same thing except for it's 100. And Lapras, you don't see as many Lapras decks anymore, but it wasn't played for its GX attack. It was played for its other attacks. I think mainly its second attack. But yeah. And then I'll just zoom in on the art again. And before I close out this video, there's another card I want to show you that could help with this. It is Raichu. Now these are going to be in the same set, Shining Legends, and it is an electric. It's a basic. It has 120 HP, pretty standard, and for 1 electric energy, it does 30 damage, and you can attach a lightning energy from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. So you could start out, if you really need to, because to get a Dratini to Dragonair, you need to evolve, of course, and that most likely will take a turn. Unless you're in Expanded and play a Wally, Wally is in Generation, so you could play a Wally, but, I mean, you don't want to be running 4 Wallies in your deck just to get that, so you can get this easy out on turn 1, attach an electric energy, and keep using this attack until you can get a Alolan Raichu GX, and all the energy attached to, or until this guy gets knocked out, of course, and then you could switch, because his retreat is 2, you're most likely not going to be using his retreat cost. You're most likely going to be using a switch, because you'll want to do that, because, of course, this does count as another 20 damage for Alolan Raichu, so you're going to want to keep this guy on your bench. But yeah, he's weak to fighting, and resist metal by 20. And again, the weak to fighting thing is pretty bad. And I'll just go over to Raichu GX and zoom in on it to close this out, if it'll load. So yeah, remember to subscribe. If you are subscribed, remember to stay subscribed. And that's pretty much it.